In the ancient landscapes of the Stone Age, a captivating chapter unfolded in the human story. In those early days, our ancestors, Homo sapiens, embarked on an extraordinary journey to comprehend the world around them. Faced with the absence of empirical knowledge, these ancient peoples devised intricate belief systems to make sense of their existence and mysteries around them. Join us today as we venture through time to uncover the fascinating origins of beliefs within Stone Age societies. Keep watching until the end to discover how these beliefs emerged, transformed, and left an indelible mark on the human experience. Our story begins with Stone Age communities living in harmony with nature. In those ancient times, life was a constant struggle for survival. They were the ultimate hunter-gatherer, constantly on the move in search for sustenance, relying on their instincts and observations to navigate this challenging world. Their minds were like curious gatherers, always picking up useful information to survive, learning from the patterns of stars, the behaviors of animals, and every little detail in their surroundings. Through trial and error, successes and mistakes, their brains became treasure chests of knowledge, like a guidebook for navigating their tough world. The fundamental origin of their beliefs lay in these observations. Their world was a vast classroom, and they were diligent students, gaining insights through trial and error. Their very survival depended on understanding the empirical realities of their environment. Within their close-knit communities, a strong sense of identity emerged as they collectively referred to themselves as the people. Simultaneously, they regarded outsiders with suspicion, fearing that they were creatures of different sort, perhaps less human than themselves. This separation between insiders and outsiders shaped their social dynamics. They believed that if they ate the flesh of a strong beast, they might acquire its spirit. Or if they ate a portion of the body of a deceased leader, they might acquire his special qualities. These practices reflected a desire to strengthen ties with the environment and absorb the innate strengths of the animals they hunted and the wisdom of their fallen leaders. As the Stone Age people expanded their knowledge and curiosity, their thoughts turned to the sky and mystical aspects. They saw the sun and moon not as lifeless orbs, but as purposeful, animate beings moving across the sky. When observing the distinctive shapes and formations in rocks and mountains, they believed these were the spirits of their ancestors, carefully watching over their descendants. Without a clear line between the physical and spiritual worlds, their practices for handling death and preserving spirits became a big part of their culture. When someone passed away, they thought the body became still because the spirit inside had gone to an invisible world of spirits. They didn't try to fit together their ideas about spirits and the body. Instead, they believed there were two sides to existence, where the spirit continued its journey in a realm beyond their understanding. In their animistic perspective, the Stone Age people thought everything moved because of will, finding intention and purpose in everything. They believed the wind, plants, celestial bodies, and even tiny insects were guided by a purposeful will. This outlook shaped a world where every action and event was seen as a result of animated spiritual forces. For them, the idea of will was the same as spirit, and they saw the world full of spirits or gods. These gods were thought to reside in everything that moved: the wind, rivers, oceans, and even the smallest insects. Their gods weren't far away. They were part of everyday life, closely linked to the elements and natural forces. These beliefs influenced how they acted and the rituals they performed. As these beliefs took root, early humans sought to engage with the spirits they believed inhabited their world. Their reverence for nature and desire to influence it gave rise to a belief in magic and rituals. To them, the world was not just an array of natural phenomena. It was a realm infused with the supernatural, waiting to be harnessed. Their fascination with magic extended to various natural occurrences, like lightning, thunder, rain, tides, procreation, and fire, all considered manifestations of magic. Fire, in particular, was viewed not just as a result of magic, but also as a manifestation of the spirit itself. They believed that if gods could perform magic, so could they. They sought to harness the power of the divine through imitation, attempting to control their world by mimicking the actions of the gods. Rituals were a means to access the supernatural and influence the outcomes of their lives. The Stone Age people conducted intricate rituals to positively impact spiritual forces, aligning with the crucial role played by shamans in their belief systems. These rituals, like painting symbols on a pregnant woman's belly or participating in ceremonies for a successful hunt, facilitated the community's connection with the spiritual realm. Shamans, chosen for their unique experiences and talents, acted as intermediaries between the human and spiritual realms, transcending ordinary roles. Engaging in practices such as trance-inducing rituals and spirit journeys, often involving altered states of consciousness induced by hallucinogenic substances or rhythmic drumming, they were revered figures within their societies. Believed to possess unique powers, shamans could heal the sick, predict hunt outcomes, and communicate with spirits on behalf of their communities. They served as intermediaries, beseeching spirits for favorable weather, protection from malevolent forces, and guidance in times of crisis. The role of shamans enriched the spiritual aspects of Stone Age societies, ensuring harmony between the human and spirit worlds for blessings and protection. Shamans, seen as conduits to the supernatural, guided their people in matters of health, prosperity, and survival. Beyond being spiritual leaders, shamans were community pillars who shaped the belief systems and practices of their societies, leaving an indelible mark on the development of Stone Age worldviews. The Stone Age way of life was not static. As time passed, some societies began the monumental shift from hunting and gathering to agriculture. Agriculture marked a significant departure from the nomadic lifestyle. Settlements emerged, and with them, a more predictable food supply. This change in lifestyle led to the development of complex social structures and a greater division of labor. It also influenced the way early societies perceived their relationship with the natural world. With agriculture came a new appreciation for the cycles of the seasons, the importance of fertile soil, and the role of labor in cultivating crops. This shift brought about new rituals, often tied to planting and harvesting, which were vital for ensuring bountiful yields. Stone Age people adapted their belief systems to encompass the rhythms of agricultural life, attributing spiritual significance to the changing seasons and the cultivation of crops. Just as the cycles of planting and harvesting became woven into their worldview, another powerful force emerged to shape their understanding: the art of storytelling. The beliefs of early humans were not simply private convictions, but were woven into the fabric of their culture and society. These beliefs were communicated through the art of storytelling. The stories they shared weren't limited to entertainment. They served as essential guides to understanding the world around them. Each society had its own tales of creation, each with a different twist. There were stories of a god having created them out of earth, and a story, among others, that they had been created from the bark of a tree. An occasional exception to universal order might be described as the work of a demon or a malevolent spirit. These stories of good and evil were intricately woven into the cultural fabric of their societies, shaping their beliefs and behaviors. In the quiet hours of the evening, by the warm glow of the campfire, stories were told. These narratives often mingled fact and fantasy, creating a worldview that encapsulated their understanding of the universe. There was no strict demarcation between objective reality and myth in their storytelling. These stories were accepted as truths without question. The Stone Age societies were isolated, each dwelling within their distinct ecological niche. As a result, their belief systems evolved independently, intricately intertwined with the immediate landscapes and environment they inhabited. In the shadowy depths of dense forests, there were tribes who worshipped the spirits residing in the ancient towering trees. In contrast, along the vast windswept plains, tribes looked up to the sky and believed in the sky spirits and the stars. These diverse beliefs persisted through generations, shaping the identity and practices of each community. The stories told around campfires were more than mere tales. They were the threads that wove together the past, present, and future of these societies. The narratives of creation, the spirits of nature, and the legends of their ancestors were passed down with unwavering devotion. These myths weren't just stories. They were the living memories of the people, their collective soul, and their shared history. These early belief systems laid the groundwork for the development of more complex religious and philosophical traditions that have endured to this day. Yet the story doesn't end here. How did these beliefs progress, ultimately giving rise to potent gods and deities? In our upcoming video, we'll delve even deeper into this evolution, exploring how our ancestors transitioned from attributing agency to natural elements to envisioning mighty deities who wielded influence over every aspect of their lives. Be sure not to miss the next chapter in our exploration of the mysterious realm of ancient beliefs. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and stay tuned for The Origins of Gods. It's an episode you won't want to overlook.